Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Yes.
Okay, hey everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Hypecast.
Welcome.
We're going to get hyped about shit.
Let's get hyped.
Let's get hyped.
Shit hyped.
Get shit hyped, everybody.
Shit
Yeah.
hyped. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I'm your other co-host, David Bell. And
Who the hell are you?
President of comedy.
We
I
got
don't know if you guys
president
knew that.
of comedy, Jeff May.
Recently
here.
elected. Won the popular vote and the Electoral College.
Yeah.
Yeah, I win all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff just big leagued us with a comedy phone call before.
Excuse me, guys. I have to take this call where I'm going to have to drive an hour and a half to make $25. What's the deal?
$25. For 25 minutes, though, right?
20 minutes.
20
yeah.
minutes. That's pretty
Isn't that
good.
funny that like a big reward in comedy is that you get to work extra long for
Right.
free?
Right. Well, that's like, all right, hold on. You said $25 for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
That's like $100 an hour.
It is. That's a low amount for doing a 20-minute set in general
Okay.
if you're getting paid, but it's not bad.
It is a lot of time.
It's refreshing to get good time in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So, yeah.
So I guess we should do the thing that we're here to
Yeah,
do.
we should do...
Let's get hyped.
Yeah,
Get
let's get
hyped.
hyped. Let's start with the Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween trailer.
Starring Ben Hanscom from It.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the-
that's
from
the
the new
kid.
It. Yeah.
Goosebumps 2, redundant title. Haunted Halloween, you say? I don't believe it.
It looks...
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen the first one. I hear it's quite good.
I liked the first one.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
disappointed there's no Jack Black in this one.
Yeah, this feels like this is going to be less good, I guess, but who cares?
Yeah.
I feel
It
like he
looks
might
fun.
cameo.
Yeah,
He might cameo.
Maybe.
What happened? What, did
I
he
don't
too
know.
expensive?
I don't know.
He might have just been too expensive for them, where they're like, nah, we're selling the title Goosebumps. We're not selling Jack Black.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It looks like the original looks like this too. Like it reminds me of like the movie Hocus Pocus, like that.
Yeah.
that
it's
level of
very
horror,
Kid
but
level
for kid,
horror.
but still something that could freak a kid out. Like Hocus Pocus, I remember kind of freaked me out when I first saw it.
That just made me focus on Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right. Oh yeah, she's
Jeez.
fantastic in that.
Made you hocus focus.
Something- Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Where's my 20 minutes?
You got 8 seconds of it just now.
I did. Yeah. I got 8 seconds in, and then I immediately ran out of material.
You're like, oh, I guess this is the Hocus Pocus crowd is pretty strong in Orange County.
Yeah. I do have about 4 minutes on witches.
Oh, okay, good.
Maybe 5 if I really pause for air.
Right.
Yeah, no, like I said, I liked the original Goosebumps. I'm not going to go out to the theater to watch this film.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'll movie pass my way through it.
people, depending on what time of day I go to this particular film, there may be some phone calls made.
Right. That's the
There's a
kids' movie
35-year-old
stuff.
man sitting alone on 2 o'clock
I
in
mean,
the afternoon
if we're doing
watching
We Just
Goosebumps
Watched
2.
or something.
Yeah. We'll tell him.
See-
We'll tell him on the way in. It's for a podcast.
Yeah.
But that being
That's
said,
almost worse.
Yeah.
Jumanji was great.
Jumanji.
I
was
didn't-
great.
Jumanji is essentially, I mean, on the surface, a rehashing of a 90s property
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of a thing, where that was great. It was a movie designed for tweens,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and you go there. So this could be that.
It could be, yeah.
Why not?
I think the only thing it has going against it isn't that it's the Goosebumps movie, it's that it's a sequel, I think. And that it doesn't have Jack Black. It might have that like sequel laziness where they just don't make as good of a film. We're in an era where that sequels aren't a bad sign for a film anymore. But I feel like with kids movies, are the sequels still? If it's not Pixar,
kids movies tend to be relatively on a par.
Yeah,
because the first ones don't usually go terribly deep. And I mean, if you really want to get to it, and Jumanji is kind of a sequel,
right?
Really
That's
really hitting on Jumanji.
But because that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Jumanji.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Right.
You open the thing and
they even
creatures come out.
comes out. Yeah,
they find a dusty something.
Yeah,
opens up a surprise.
Dusty old
an ancient R.L. Stein book,
an unpublished R.L. Stein manuscript from 1993.
There's something silly about mystifying R.L. Stein.
Yeah, a guy who just tweeted Shakira the other day.
He sure did. A 78-year-old man who tweeted Shakira.
See my reply to that?
No.
And I went, R.L. Stein, you've done it again.
Like, it really takes guts to do that, right? Like, Stephen King isn't even doing that. He doesn't have, like, this Stephen King hour where he's, like, some TV show. Oh, that could be a good segue, which it wasn't gonna be. But
now it is.
But we would have figured that out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, R.L. Stein's, like, being like the child Vincent Price or something now.
Sure.
I'm fine with that.
But as Jack Black.
He makes a nice cameo in the first film.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He plays old Jack Black,
Oh.
which is weird.
It's really weird.
Speaking of segues,
Yes.
We had the kid from It as well. That could have been a segue. But the Castle Rock trailer, a new Castle Rock trailer.
Yeah, it
Is
looks
out.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it looks like it's going to be J.J. Abrams' usual bullshit, but in like a universe that I enjoy because it's all Stephen King stuff.
Right.
J.J. Abrams is the producer,
Yes,
and he's the director of the first episode, I'm guessing.
possibly.
It's usually how it goes.
I'm sure he's written a few
For
episodes.
financial purposes, the producer oftentimes directs the first episode, so that way they make kickbacks on every episode
Right.
afterwards.
Yeah,
That's a common Abrams,
Right.
good Abrams.
That's
move.
like,
classic Abrams move.
House of Cards that what's his name, Fincher will direct an episode or two, usually the first and last.
Yeah.
Or the creator usually does that
Lost
too.
was
Chris
the same
Carter will
way.
do that. Yeah. I'm scared. Now that you bring up J.J. Abrams, I wasn't scared until this moment, but I'm scared this is going to be a mystery box show.
It will be.
Yeah,
It's
and
100% going to be a mystery box show.
I just hope that it's not the way mystery box shows have been. I hope it's not Cloverfield. I hope J.J. Abrams. I don't trust J.J. Abrams to do mystery box. So
Loot Crate movie.
I'm a little nervous because Stephen King is very laid back about adaptations, isn't he?
Usually, yeah.
Well, he's kind of like, I did my thing, you do yours.
Yeah. So like
He likes a lot of his adaptations, though.
he does.
Like he loves. Was it the Stand By Me is like one of his favorites.
Yeah.
And when he left the movie, he was like, I should have ended it like that.
Right. Yeah.
Like he's usually pretty much like, you took my art, now you're making art with it. That's
He was a little critical of The Shining, wasn't he? I don't think it was as bad as people made it out to be.
A little, yeah.
But I guess
mean-
my point is we have J.J. Abrams who does like mystery boxes in a very irritating way, and we have Stephen King, a man who has very little attachment to the source material, making this, so it could go insane.
It probably will go insane.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like I'm not that worried about that in this instance because I feel like this is the appropriate way for it to go insane. The appropriate canvas upon which to go insane.
Right.
It's the Stephen King shared universe, which is already just fucking Bughouse shit goose loony.
Right. I'm just scared of that. I'm scared of that Westworld thing where like they're just withholding plot points in calling it a mystery.
Well, it looks like the main character who is coming to Castle Rock, it's legit a mystery for him.
Yeah, as long as we're seeing it
He
through
doesn't know
someone's
what's
eyes.
going on.
Yeah, if it's from the perspective of one character who has no fucking clue what's going on, then yeah, they can go nuts.
Yeah.
I like that they
But-
shoehorn a Shawshank reference in there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the
Like,
person
everything's
just
in Maine.
yeah, Cujo's there.
Yeah, Juniper
that's-
Hill.
that's just-
The
the
Mist.
Yeah.
The Mist, sure.
Well, that's just the Stephen King, the cinematic
There's
universe.
there's
Kingverse.
Kingverse.
The Kingiverse.
The Kingdom, I guess.
The
you
King.
could call
Oh man, it was right there.
Just, we had it, and it took us 6 tries
Jesus
to get.
Christ.
I gotta say though, that's not like Lost is also from the perspective of characters who don't know what's going on, but it was bad. Like, that's not the only thing I need this to be.
Under the Dome.
Was
very
that
much like
J.J.
that.
Abrams?
No,
Did
but
he?
it's a Stephen King adaptation.
Right. I'm more worried about J.J. Abrams, like, fucking this up.
I don't know.
Because I
am excited to watch this show.
Right.
I saw you
I am
posted a
too.
photo of the Falcon in there.
Wait,
Just
what?
The Millennium Falcon.
Just
a little hint to the Millennium Falcon in Castle Rock.
by the way, I'm still Star Wars. He said with a wink and a smile.
I told you when I ran into him at the In-N-Out by LAX.
Maybe.
Right before, like, Christmas of 2014. So, like, probably right after filming and right before all the post work.
Yeah.
And you could tell he was clearly home from Tunisia,
Right.
or England, or wherever he was filming. And he was just like, I want a burger. I'm going to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And I happened to be there, and he was there, and I recognized him. I was, like, wearing a Star Wars shirt with, like, a jacket, and I just leaned in, and I was like, I just want you to know, good luck. We're all counting on you. And then he grabbed my arm and started laughing, and I just walked away. I'm like, I don't need a picture. I got that story where I airplaned his ass
That's wonderful.
in and out.
Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah, and he grabbed my arm, and I wanted to let go of me. Fucking touch.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Like,
And
you're outraged about the interaction.
I posted about it on Facebook, and because like one dude was like, "Oh shit, let me take your picture," and I was like, "Oh my god, I ran into J.J. Abrams at In-N-Out. That was weird, right?" And then somebody was like, "Yo, my boy got a picture of that." I'm like, "Yeah, I watched that happen, and it was embarrassing. Your friend should be embarrassed.
Your friend is a ridiculous person.
This man wanted to eat after getting off a plane, and then he had to take a picture with an asshole. That's not what you should have to
with
deal
your
with."
stupid friend.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
Man,
that's
that is
perfect.
the worst. Just getting off an airplane is the worst feeling ever.
And then to have people be like, "Can I?"
And to be
use you for
famous.
likes?
Yeah, and to be famous at an airport sounds like a fucking nightmare.
And it was just there's an In-N-Out right outside of LAX. If you're like waiting to pick somebody up and you're there, go get a burger or something, it's fine.
Right.
But like, you know better. Like I'm acknowledging you. I know what you're doing, and I'm gonna let you to it so you can live your life. And then someone else is like, "Oh shit!
It's
Star
Star Wars!
I'm putting you on Instagram, motherfucker." It's like,
Yo,
whoa.
Mr. Star Wars.
Spaceman! Hey, Spaceman! Get a photo of me with my double.
So anyway, I'm gonna watch Castle Rock.
Yeah, I am too, but I'm now like I'm
Yeah,
a little
it'll be
nervous
fine.
about it.
It'll be fine.
I would also like to add that we are in a golden age for Stephen King adaptations.
Oh,
Yes.
Because streaming is a thing now.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, remember those 65 books that you didn't read by Stephen King? They're all Hulu shows now.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
on Netflix
It's
now.
awesome. They've been talking about doing a cinematic universe, like not the Castle Rock show, but like they were gonna like the Dark Tower movie, like had that Pennywise.
It's
thing
got a
in
Pennywise
it.
ride.
And like they were gonna start connecting him. I think the Dark Tower was like the Dracula
The Dracula Untold.
of the universe,
Yeah.
though, and they were like immediately like, okay, shut it down.
Stephen King. I mean,
Yeah.
the Universal Dark Mummy movie.
Yeah,
Oh, Dracula Untold. That's the one with the fist made of bats, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I didn't see and no one saw.
Because it's bad.
Yeah,
Was I Frankenstein supposed to be a part of that?
no,
With Sexy Frankenstein?
that would
I
have been great.
Frankenstein was supposed
Nor
to
w-
tie into the Underworld
Oh,
movies.
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, the Underworld movies,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Not
And
the
then
Dark
Victor
Universe.
Frankenstein wasn't.
Victor
wasn't
Frankenstein was
anything.
just Max Landis failing again.
Yeah.
Prestige with Frankenstein.
Like a hot Igor.
Well,
You guys
speaking-
remember Igor? What about Igor who fucks?
How would you like to get fucked by a hunchback? What?
Hunchback, Harry Potter.
All right, moving on to Ghoul, which is a trailer I plugged in here just because it was around, but it's a Netflix horror
It looks
film. It's Indian.
Yeah.
It's an Indian horror movie, which
it looks interesting. It's
Yeah.
it's about somebody being interrogated in what looks like a military base, I guess.
yeah,
But then like he's clearly haunted or possessed in some way. Shit happens.
Turns out there's a ghoul involved.
There's
Yeah.
a ghoul is in or around the premises.
Hello, boys and ghouls.
That joke
This
is
is-
definitely in Goosebumps too.
With the Crypt
With the Crypt Keeper,
Yeah.
probably.
This is from the Crypt Keeper cinematic universe, by the way. He's the Nick Fury.
He shows up at the end.
Shitty digestible horror. I want to talk to you about the horror initiative.
Are they doing anything with Tales from the Crypt? They must be, right?
That was Shyamalan, right? Wasn't he the one, or was it
Maybe.
Someone's making
He
one.
signed on to it. I think it was Shyamalan.
Somebody is doing something with. Somebody's dusting off that puppet.
Yeah. They better use that puppet.
You know, that dude cleans up at conventions
Sure.
just by doing voicemails.
Sure.
By doing your outgoing
yeah.
voicemail. It's like $60 for him to do your outgoing voicemail, and that's roughly 20 to 40 seconds of work.
Right.
Like, that's good money.
And, I mean, it's worth paying the money.
Not to to take anything away from the Crypt Keeper, but he's repeating himself on those 20 to
Quite a
40
bit.
seconds.
Oh, yeah. It's the
Leave a
same puns.
scarcity. What? That doesn't even make sense, man.
What?
Sorry, I missed your scream. What?
Better scream your calls. There you go.
Nice.
Something like that.
You're gonna have to leave a bloody message. Get it? It's like waiting for a response on the
Yeah.
outgoing message.
Hey, right?
Where's the contract?
I've got a few more.
You guys like Buster Bunny? I do him too.
We don't want Buster Bunny on my phone. Get out of here, Crypt Keeper.
Get out of here, you shitty Crypt Keeper, with your bad comedy.
You goddamn Crypt Keeper.
You're no scary Cooper.
Really?
He used a Gary Cooper joke in Demon Knight.
Did he?
Oh, I haven't watched that film.
I
in
watched
a long
that
time.
fairly recently, within the
watched
last
it
year.
recently.
Yeah, what is that? Billy Zane?
Billy Zane and William
Zane's
Sadler.
Yeah.
Best role, by the way. He
It
is.
might be.
great
Yeah.
in it.
He's fantastic.
Demon Knight is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated horror films of all time. People forget about it, but it's a really good action horror.
Well, yeah, they followed it up with Bordello of Blood, which I
is
think is why they forget about it.
garbage.
That is
Yeah.
a terrible film.
I've only seen pieces of that one.
Dennis Miller. in
Yeah, I think that was what did
right
it.
there.
It's just seeing Dennis Miller, and that was like,
I think there's
Come on,
super
Chachi.
soakers involved.
Yeah, Super Soakers
Yeah.
full of holy water.
I'm gonna burn you up with this holy water, babe.
Come
gonna-
on, babe.
I'm gonna burn you up like Nero fiddling during the burnings of Rome, babe.
Feldman's in it.
Feldman's in it.
Yeah. Angie Everhart, Erica Eleniak. What?
A lot of
Maybe I'll watch this piece of
lot
shit.
of old swimsuit models.
Yeah.
This movie is 1990 blank the movie.
Right.
96, I think.
When was Demon Night then?
94?
For 94.
Yeah, around there.
Okay.
That opens with "Hey Man, Nice Shot" by Filter in a really intense chase.
I remember that, yeah.
It's so good.
We were getting real hyped for some Demon Night.
Yeah.
What's next?
I
Everybody
went to a
check out
Hypecast
Demon
that's
Night.
all
Just about Demon Night.
watching Demon
Just
Night.
us
Alright.
watching
It's so
Demon
good.
Night.
We could do Tales from the Crypt podcast, but I
Could
think
do a Tales from the Crypt.
I think people really just want to know about Demon Night, though.
Jada Pinkett.
Right.
Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett, she's
She
really good in
spits
that.
the fucking blood on him, right?
Yeah, she becomes the new
Spoilers,
the
bro.
All right.
Yeah.
She becomes the new Sadler.
And also the Mr. Futterman from Gremlins is Uncle Willie.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
Uncle Willie, in which I think Tracy Bingham is one of the topless girls during the fantasy scene.
When the guy, oh yeah,
All right, you
yeah,
guys. Let's get back on
So-
track.
okay, fine.
Let's get back on track.
Check
I
out
get it.
Ghoul. Check out Demon Night.
But still.
Next one is Extinction.
Is this the alien invasion one?
Yeah,
This one,
another Netflix one. Most of these are Netflix.
This one looks, when you first watch it, you're like, whoa. And
As
then as you go through it,
soon-
you're like, yeah.
As soon as the
that's perfect.
as soon as the aliens show up, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to watch
It
this
looks.
movie.
It starts looking a little like sci-fi original series.
It looks like Skyline.
Skyline.
It just
Oh,
looks
that
very
fucking
bad.
movie.
Like the beginning makes it look like it's got Michael Pena. He's seeing things. I'm like, well, this could be interesting because he's
Yeah.
seeing some freaky shit.
And he's not playing a comic.
No, he's not playing a
Yeah.
comic
Not
character.
funny.
And then the aliens come down from the sky. I'm like, oh, this movie's dumb.
Yeah, it's like Knowing, but somehow worse. Movie.
Well, we don't know if
Remember
it's going to
Knowing?
be. Yeah, I remember knowing.
Yikes.
I like a lot of Knowing. There's some parts in Knowing. It's the director of the Crow
Uh huh.
and Dark City.
Dark City.
So there's
Sure.
like some talent there. We're not here to talk
Boy,
about
it's
Knowing.
It was in The
but
Crow
like
and Dark City.
it has its moments. Knowing. I'm just gonna give it that. It's a ridiculous and bad film. But this looks like kind of similar, but somehow not as good as Knowing.
Not as Nicolas Cagey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just we were talking the Netflix movies Haven't had a great track record.
I really think just sci-fi. They shouldn't do sci-fi
Or
Like-
comedies.
or comedies.
Which should work. Their comedies should work because you don't need a budget for comedy.
But what
No.
comedies have they done?
A lot of those Adam Sandler
Yeah,
ones.
Sandler
I thought there's just the one, the Ridiculous Six.
No,
Ridiculous Six, Sandy Wexler.
Oh, there's the other
There's
one.
a lot. You know what one is
The
great?
Do-Over.
You know what? Actually, there is one that's great, and it's the one with him and Ben Stiller and Dustin Hoffman.
Oh,
That's,
The one,
well,
but
that's
more of
the
like
That's not a comedy,
drama,
right?
yeah.
Some slight
That's
comedic element.
that's Adam Sandler loves to periodically remind us that he'd be much better suited as a dramatic actor.
That's a good movie.
But he's just not giving us that.
no, he's
Well,
not.
And it's-
making money off of it.
Right, but like, yeah.
Well, they say when Magnificent or Ridiculous Six came out, it became very quickly the most consumed piece of
Yes.
Netflix content. Not even original content, like of anything that's been on Netflix. It
Yeah.
became very fast. The most
And they
watched.
threw giant bags of money at him.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't they?
Sure.
No. It's just it's such
I'd
a
do
shame.
that.
Because his serious stuff is so much better. His comedies get watched a lot. But like so did 9/11. Like it's the same.
That's true.
yeah, like everybody
So
saw
did
9/11.
Equally funny.
Yeah.
Just as hilarious.
Another thing,
Like
I wanted to-
Pixels did well too, right? Sorry. I interrupted.
No. You're right about Pixels.
You're
Okay.
right about
But
this.
another thing about Sandler is I feel like he deserves all of that because he's literally the nicest person in Hollywood.
That's
Sure.
why.
we keep coming back to this every time we
Like-
bring him up.
You can't deny it. He's one of the nicest people.
That's why he gets these movies made. That's what I had always heard is the people like. That's why he gets like Al Pacino and Jack Nicholson to be in his movies because it's just like, yeah, come hang out on the set. It's really laid back, and we like, and I'm really nice, and like he's nice to like low level crew members and stuff. Like he's
really
nice to
good for the
everybody.
crew, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. It's just like it's infinitely frustrating that he has he's a good dramatic actor, and no one seems to care. Well, people care, but like it doesn't get them anywhere.
No.
So yeah, the Netflix comedy sci-fi has been great. Extinction doesn't look like it's. I mean, maybe it'll be surprising,
Could be a
but
curveball.
it could be.
There are
Yeah.
sometimes what movie reminds me that like sometimes direct garbage movies aren't garbage is Cube.
Yeah.
I always think of Cube because that was
Well-
like a sci-fi original or something like that.
Something
right?
like that.
I think that was probably a limited release.
Yeah.
That was back when like indie movies were like you could go to a video store and pick out a weird movie like that.
Indie
you
movies
hadn't
were
ever seen.
doing shit.
Yeah.
Pie makes me feel like this could be something. It could
Pie?
be good.
Pie?
Yeah, I'm Pie. Yeah, remember Pie?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Pie.
Aronofsky.
Yeah, his first film.
That's another one.
I really
where
like
you're
that
just
one.
Like, oh, this movie didn't happen in theaters or anything like
Yeah.
that. And that's all right.
I love that era. It's a great era with weird little indie films.
Yeah,
That's
and,
when-
and we're getting a lot of that. I think we're getting that a lot with Netflix and the streaming services. It's just
Well, films like Ghoul or like there's a bunch of films out there that are good. They're just
they're getting distribution through Netflix.
yeah. I think of Lake Mungo, which is a great fucking indie horror movie made in like 2009. That the problem with them is just finding them. Because that was a movie that if you're flipping through Amazon, you'll see a cover that looks like every generic horror movie ever.
Yeah, and it's
a
part of like an 8 Fright film collection.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a bad cover.
Netflix could be like Blumhouse. Those movies
Yeah.
don't have high budgets. Like Netflix could easily be making these movies and they're not.
Yeah, it could be the less, a salty Weinstein company.
Right?
Like
Less assaulty.
less assaulty. Yeah.
Not zero.
It's a less
assault.
assault.
Less assault.
Oh no.
So
All right, I've
I've
extinction.
got a high blood pressure. I make it a
I
less
got a
assault.
high blood.
Let's move on to Cold Skin, which is The Shape of Water but with a ladyfish.
with a ladyfish something.
Yeah.
something.
This
It's
is
an Atlantean. It's
It's
like
one of the aliens from Galaxy Quest.
yeah.
yeah, it's one of the aliens from Alien Nation.
I bet this is going to be a bad film.
Yeah.
Oh, it already has a low Rotten Tomatoes.
It goes
score.
in a surprise. The trailer goes in a surprising direction because I thought it was gonna be this
Like horror?
lighthouse guy just keeping this one fish lady
In
that
check.
yeah, just beating the hell out of her,
Right.
like raising her to like I don't know, be his house servant. But
His house elf.
His
Dobby.
house elf, yeah, his Dobby.
That character is baffling because it's like, what is it? A lighthouse apprentice goes to a lighthouse and meets the old lighthouse guy. Is that what's going on in the trailer? And the old
I think it's Ray
yeah, and the
Stevenson,
old
yeah.
lighthouse guy has a captured fish person.
Mhm.
And
That
at
he
first,
just-
like
the things
you
he
do.
say at first
Like he just
about
kicks
it,
the shit out of
Yeah.
it on a daily
well,
basis.
in the trailer at first you think like, oh, he's protecting her, and
Nope.
he says something like, "We're visitors here, like this is their land." So it's like, oh, he seems to understand.
No, he says,
that
"We're the
we're the
invaders."
invaders, and then he's just like, also fuck them, and like is
also,
like,
I'm gonna kill them all.
yeah, so he's
And we're like, wait, all? And then we see all the swarm of Atlantean fish people, just mermen, a bunch of ape sapiens just pouring out of the ocean, and
Yeah.
he's like shooting at
This
them
crazy
with a
old
single
guy
action rifle,
battle with
Now-
them.
How long
setting
did
them
it
on
take
fire.
for Sam Elliott to decline the role? Because that
I
role
hope they asked
Yeah.
him.
looks like it was written for Sam Elliott, and he was like, "Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this. It's not a good movie."
Fish people don't really seem like
I hope it ends with fish police coming out and like arresting the guy.
the fish police.
The-
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
old cartoon based
Yes.
off of the comic book Fish Police.
Sure,
Yes,
Because yes, I'm invested.
the fish
in that.
police should show up.
because he's just doing kidnapping and assault.
Yeah, he's
a
just
very-
beating this fish lady.
It's like a self-aware I Am Legend,
Yeah. He's just like, fuck it. Yeah, I am legend. Like I'm.
and I'm a fucking awesome
Yeah.
legend.
I'm the
But then
dopest legend.
the other guy seems to want to have sex with this lady, the
Yeah.
fish lady.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I hope
so-
it ends up like Ex Machina.
Oh yeah, the
He's
fish
like,
lady.
I'm gonna
just-
help the fish
Yeah.
lady, and she's like, "Thanks, eat you now."
Yeah.
Spoilers for all you Ex Machina.
Spoilers for
Yeah.
that
The robot eats him at the end.
several-year-old film. Yeah, the robot eats Donald Gleason.
One of the things that I noticed as we're watching this is, boy, can trailers stop doing that thing where someone's hiding, peeking through an eye hole,
No, it
and
cannot.
then they take three
Yeah.
breaths,
Really fast, watch
and
your
then
face. Yeah.
here's the thing that you
Yeah.
were hiding from,
Here's the face.
because that happens in several of
I
these
know.
trailers.
I always want to be on the other side of that, so anytime I see a hole, I dramatically stick my face in front of it.
Yeah, it's really
Just in
the
case.
jerk into the.
Yeah.
You say you have to sneak up, so they
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
coming,
You got to
Yeah.
sidle into it,
and then
Yeah.
but like sidle quickly.
that seems like something the new Michael Myers film is going to do.
I don't know. I have a little bit of faith that it won't do it.
There's side notes. Did you guys see the first Purge?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
There's a Michael Myers from the new Halloween poster
In the
hanging in the first Purge because it's the same company.
oh,
So they're like
This
they're
year.
advertising their future movie
Right.
in the first.
I
Purge.
love when
and they're
they
saying
do
it
that.
takes place
Speaking
this
of
year.
I Am Legend, when they put the Batman v Superman
Batman versus
poster,
Superman
they're
poster.
really calling that shot, and they were correct.
They nailed it.
Oh well, they sort of nailed it because the world didn't
I
end.
mean, March 2016 was, we all remember the day that the vampires took
Right.
over.
And
So,
when did Batman versus Superman take?
March 2016.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Bam.
Right? I mean, the pieces are there.
Yeah. All right. I guess let's move on to news with the big news for me. Neil Blomkamp is directing a Robocop sequel.
Based
For some
on
reason.
the original sequel
Yes.
screenplay written by the guys that wrote the original.
Is that Frank Miller? Or-
No, he wrote
'cause
the he wrote the new sequel.
We're doing this thing now. That's what speaking of Halloween, where we're allowing filmmakers to be like, I'm going to go back and make a sequel of just the first one, like these do-over sequels.
Sure.
Fine.
Who gives a
Who
shit?
cares?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's just weird that we just discovered we could do it.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
okay with RoboCop 2 and 3 just disappearing.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with that.
I don't know.
Like
RoboCop
Marty
2 is
McFly's
great.
siblings.
It's nuke. I want to take some nuke.
Is that what it is with the little
Yeah.
kid? I love the idea of a child villain.
That part's cool. Yeah, I actually do like that.
Because what do you do? What do you do with that? Do you kill him?
No,
Well,
have-
if you,
have
did you
the
see
end.
the movie?
I did.
You do kill him.
If you're RoboCop.
I
You're
love-
RoboCop.
You know what's great is in that movie when they're trying to recreate RoboCop, when they're trying to, and they're literally saying, "I present to you RoboCop 2," and they all go fucking crazy,
Yeah.
and one of them just takes out its gun and
Shoots itself in the head.
Right.
That one scene is actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like that whole, and one of them rips its own head off.
Yeah.
The RoboCop sequels have some fun moments.
3 doesn't.
3 has 0 fun moments.
I haven't seen that in a while.
3, RoboCop flies.
Ooh.
with a jet.
Well, that makes sense. The best thing about RoboCop, and I know the first one's supposed to be, kind of a joke. But then the sequels forget that, and so like he's still just lumbering around like an asshole. Like the RoboCop 2, when they show these like action sequences, and they're like trying to do it seriously.
This big slow tank person, just like clumsily doing
with
the
his
robot.
arms pointed out in a weird way, trying to shoot.
He looks like a real dickhead.
Yeah,
he took like a lot of like mime classes for RoboCop. Peter Weller. Yeah,
good for him. But yeah, I guess that's what I'm wondering about this RoboCop sequel. Because the remake, I mean, there was a lot of reasons the remake was bad. One of which being that they took it way too seriously.
I actually thought the remake as a PG-13 action movie was pretty good.
I mean, had the original RoboCop not existed before it,
I viewed it that way.
Yeah, I could see that. There was some moments I liked the reveal where he's just the lungs in the head.
Yeah.
I remember there being like plot inconsistencies that I can't quite remember now, but
you know what's crazy is who they got to be in it.
The guy from
the acting caliber in that movie is Gary Oldman, Michael Keaton, Samuel L. Jackson, the guy who was RoboCop. That's
it's the guy from the Killing.
Yeah, but the Ed 209 concepts were great. Like it was good, and it wasn't the original RoboCop, but it also didn't try to be.
Well, it did those nods where it's like black is cooler, and they did a little too much winking. I think. Yeah. I don't know.
That was all right.
I didn't see it.
I couldn't get over it.
Fuck that movie.
Why? It's fine.
Why?
It's fine.
I have a RoboCop. I don't need this one.
Yeah, it kind of gave me the Red Dawn feeling, where it was like the Red Dawn remake was like, this feels unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't need to watch this.
Seeing a Hemsworth in action,
and so I'm wondering about this sequel. It's kind of like how they're talking about how they're making another Starship Troopers, but like not satirical. And it's like, well, what's the point in doing that? Like,
it's written by the same guys.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp has been. Oh, this is written by the same guys. Yeah. But Neil Blomkamp has been kind of a bummer lately.
Yeah, he's made one good movie.
Yeah,
and it was
exactly
District 9. And then all the other ones were not good.
Yeah. So when he was like threatening to make the Aliens film, it was just like, come on.
That one could have been fine because his best thing is just like, put me in a shitty place.
Yeah.
Things are shitty. God, but I'll tell you what, Elysium was such a goddamn turd of a movie.
I guess that's the thing is I can picture exactly what this RoboCop's going to look like based on all his other movies.
Yeah, they all look exactly the same. Is there a desert somewhere in here? Good.
Yeah, it's going to be like a chappy RoboCop, like... It's going to be... It's a good... Oh, man.
Oh,
whatever.
Neil, that District 9, Neil, you are coasting on the fumes of District 9.
Sure. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. I didn't mind. What did he do after District 9? Elysium was after that?
Yeah. And then Chappie.
I didn't even see Chappie.
I didn't see Chappie. I didn't mind Elysium.
I didn't mind Elysium either.
He got spinal graft surgery in a t-shirt. In a dirty t-shirt.
Yes, he did.
He sure did.
I can't let that go.
I think it's...
I can't. That one willing suspension of disbelief I have is so...
okay.
I'm so mad. I'm like, is it because he can't get rid of the last 15 informant pounds that he has to wear a t-shirt during this? Because you wouldn't do surgery like this.
I think I was just talking to Tom about this. He reminds me a little bit of Rob Zombie as a director, where they're both good directors, but they're so committed to the same aesthetic for every film that after a while I'm just like, I don't need to see anymore. Yeah. Like... You're doing the exact same look of every goddamn film you're doing, that it's all kind of bleeding together in my head.
That's fair. Well, it's like Kubrick's one-point perspective that he does, that he's so good at.
Right.
Where he just has that, there's always a scene that has like that really heavy one-point perspective.
Yeah.
Right. So, we should talk about Billy D. Williams.
baby.
He's returning as Lando for episode, what is it, 9 now?
9. Yeah. Can't wait to watch Lando die.
Yeah. Remember when you thought it was going to be Lando as the Codebreaker in episode 8, The Last Jedi? Remember when you thought it was going to be him on the scene?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Lando's coming.
This is a key moment for Lando.
Nope. There's the guy, and then there's Benicio del Toro.
Yep.
Sure.
There's a Justin Theroux fake out, I think, and then Benicio.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Sure.
I didn't mind that, but I was like, thought you were going Lando. Every clue pointed to Lando,
right.
which I'm also okay with. I'm 100% okay with like the fake outs and the red herrings of the the new Star Wars movies.
The Last Jedi is probably my favorite of the new Star Wars stuff, which is, of course, everybody hates that one. But
I hate it. I think it's a better movie than Solo, but Solo's much more fun.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have problems.
I'm
Except
just
Solo.
I enjoyed Solo.
Perfect movie.
I did not enjoy Solo.
I know. I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it. I just don't. I feel nothing. It's like
I don't like any of these new Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just, it's just fine. That's fine.
They all have their moments. I might have enjoyed. See, they all have zero rewatchability for me too.
Rogue One gives you rewatchability.
Yeah.
If you try that one again.
I think watching the first. Oh, really? I really didn't like Rogue One. I found the characters so boring. Maybe I'll give it another shot. It's all on Netflix. But that's the thing is they feel like they're probably having trouble with that because they all go to Netflix and shit now. No, I guess so do Marvel films. Maybe that's not a thing.
That's money.
Yeah.
Money.
Netflix throwing Disney.
I want to actually say The Force Awakens was probably the one that I enjoyed the most in theaters, and that was just because it was like a roaring hype train that I was riding.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've said this before. Solo, I went strictly out of obligation.
Yeah.
And I ended up enjoying it more than anything I've seen.
Right. But yeah, I hope Lando gets shot in the stomach at the beginning and then spends the whole film bleeding out.
What were we talking about earlier? Like, I want him to die in the trailer. And I want him to get shot with a real world gun.
Yeah.
Like just like
with a Colt
revolver.
45.
I want him to be shot in the makeup chair. And I want
the mouth.
The director to look directly into the camera and just go, "Fuck you!"
No, even
so hard.
Even though it's J.J. Abrams, I want him to get Rian Johnson to do the shooting.
And then I want the fans to want to petition to remake the trailer.
Remake it, and then I want the trailer to get remade so I can see the shitty fan-made trailer because fucking no one knows how to make Star Wars.
Make my 8-year-old inner child come.
Yeah.
Fucking dorks.
Yeah. If I had a time machine, I guess I would kill Hitler. But no, I would try to get George Lucas to make his version. I think that's that's the version we deserve.
Microverse.
That's the version.
That's the version we deserve.
Yeah, exactly. That's the version we deserve, and we should have just let him finish Star Wars. It's his.
I mean, he decided to sell it.
Yeah, I know. But you saw the look on his face when he sold it. Like,
yeah.
You know what? Because he was sick of all these fucking shitty fanboys.
You're right. He was like, "Here, you get them now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go fucking eat at Sbarro at the mall alone." And
by myself.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh man,
He had to go buy his copy of the Star Wars comic. They wouldn't even send him one.
Yeah, but he is probably a lot happier. He is probably looking at all this news, and just
my daughter became an MMA fighter because I wasn't around.
Yeah.
She's a prize fighter. Because I was too busy making Jar Jar.
I was too busy on the other end of Skywalker Ranch.
Right.
I forget how much sound is done at Skywalker.
Like all of it.
Of all big budget movies do
all of
Skywalker.
It seems like not even big budget. It seems like they're like the Walmart of getting sound for your movie. Like I'll watch an indie film and it's like Skywalker sound, like right there. Like
what
they have like a drive-through.
What did you need from them?
Maybe
you could have done that in a North Hollywood basement.
They may just have like the biggest sound library.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, can we get the rights to the Wilhelm scream?
Okay, yeah, Billy D. Williams, guys.
Yeah, can't wait to watch him die.
Let's move on to
because he will.
Yeah.
As well he should, because he's 100.
Yeah.
Just old people die.
Don't put him in the movie.
I mean, put him in the movie and then kill him. I'm fine with it.
Do we know he's returning as Lando?
Yes.
Okay.
It would be so
great
if
he played like Leia.
He plays a Warwick Davis
just
character.
Somebody else entirely.
Baby, look at me.
Put one of those big dick tentacles on my head like Bigfoot tuna.
Baby, my son Ben Solo's been causing a whole lot of damage across the galaxy.
Joaquin
There's
Phoenix.
zero difference between Billy D. Williams and Telly Savalas.
Hey, what are you? He's got a lollipop. Yes, to you, baby. I'm doing D. Williams / Kojak, and I'm doing a good time.
Oh, before moving on, were you guys surprised at Warwick Davis showing up in Solo?
I'm not surprised at.
Just without shit all over him? Like,
Well, it's weird that
He's been.
has he shown up earlier?
He plays a character in episode 1.
Yeah,
he plays
briefly,
2 characters.
Briefly.
One, he's in the
He's in the Greedo
pod
suit.
racing.
It's just okay.
He's watching in the crowd.
And he doesn't have shit all over him?
No,
No.
but he plays the
Greedo.
child Greedo, the Rhodian.
Yeah. No, I just meant like it's nice seeing him out of how many Star Wars films has he been in?
This is his third.
A lot of
This is
them.
third.
No,
Yeah.
because
It
he
was
was
just-
Wicket.
He's Wicket. Yeah, he's in
Do we
Return of
count
the
the
Jedi.
Ewoks movies?
I think so.
So okay, well then,
Sure.
Return of the Jedi, and then the two
The
Ewoks,
two Ewoks
movies.
films.
Yeah.
And then
Episode 1.
episode 1, and then Solo.
It was just nice. Yeah, it was nice seeing him.
Willow's a Lucasfilm.
Yeah, but it's not a Star Wars.
By
It could be
Ron
in the Star
Howard.
Wars universe.
It's not this. It could be. Could be.
It
just
could
a-
be in
a
the Star Wars.
system.
It could be in a different planet.
Yeah.
What if that was the fucking thing?
Wouldn't that be crazy? Like
Yeah.
there's like a Game of Thrones planet
Yeah.
that nobody's discovered. Wouldn't that be fucked up? How funny! Holy shit! Wouldn't it be crazy if at the end of Game of Thrones, some fucking spaceships just landed?
That
Oh, that'd be
is
so
a theory.
Oh my god!
That is a fan theory.
The fan theory that that Game
It's
of
in-
Thrones
it's on
is
another
the
planet.
village.
It's on another planet. Yeah.
Well,
fucking
I
love
mean,
that so much.
why not? It's not
There's-
on our planet.
The argument is that the seasons take forever. There's magic and creatures and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
it's
on
sure
the
as fuck
moon.
not
Who
Earth.
knows?
Like it's
Yeah.
I never thought it was Earth
yeah,
because Earth never had all this stuff.
yeah. All right, I want to move on to Joaquin Phoenix, you guys,
Joaquin,
who is to star in the Joker origin film.
a
This
Joker film.
This is
Ace
like tennis.
Joker.
This is like the Joker thing is like tennis, that it's going back and forth to all these different actors.
Right.
It's like I heard Joaquin like a while ago, and then I heard Jared Leto.
They're still doing it.
They're still fucking doing
They're
it. That's
doing
what's
two
so
separate
baffling.
Fine.
Joker lines of movies for some reason.
That's fine. I
Yeah,
don't care.
it's
You
Is-
can make Sony
don't-
can make Venom, and
yeah, but they're not making two different Venoms. Is the thing. It's-
Is like Batman and the Joker? Is this like Shakespeare now with different actors just
Sure.
going in, like Romeo and Juliet? Like they just
if
it
it's the
doesn't
same,
matter.
yeah, it's the same script, and
There
they
Yeah,
there
they're
are
just
like two flashes.
all these actors want to just play.
There are two flashes because of the.
it's a movie universe and
the
there's the
thing
TV,
TV
universe.
universe.
about DC
yeah.
that DC has always had over Marvel, and I will accept this as the multiverse principle.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
true.
like DC has always had infinite Earths and different,
Right.
even when they did 52,
Mhm.
when the 52 comic series came out in the early 2000s, that was to shrink the multiverse down to only 52 universes.
Is there ever a comic where they all collide?
Well, yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths does that.
Well,
and,
Maybe that's what we're seeing. Yeah, maybe.
and then Infinite Crisis does
How
that.
great
Yeah.
would it be to see a DC film where they just start?
I mean, the different
Like,
the
where
different- the
Christian
different
Bale
Earths
shows up and, like-
overlap a lot. Actually, yeah, that would be pretty.
I
sweet.
want to see like a Christian Bale.
Keaton
and,
comes in as an old
Keaton.
Batman. Yeah,
Do you
sure.
know how many like fan art things have been literally that? where it's
oh
just, like,
man,
or like Flashpoint. Like there's really great, and they've done that with I've seen it where there was like somebody did like a Crisis thing where they took all the cinematic characters and put them in different broken shards of the mirror. So that there's like, there's Michael Keaton Batman over there, and there's Christian Bale, and there's George Clooney. It's like all the different Batmans. And
The George Clooney Earth is probably
it'd be
wild.
great if the George Clooney showed up and they like everybody treated him like garbage constantly.
it's like
All the other Batmans bullied him.
It would be like Turtles Forever.
Oh
Ever
right,
see Turtles
Yeah.
Forever? I fucking love
that
that.
was so good.
Did you ever see it?
No, but I've heard of it.
I love the idea that like
Unbelievable.
that like what was it the newest Ninja Turtles, like the only Ninja Turtle that likes the 90s ones is Michelangelo, I think.
He's like, you guys are fun. And then
And then they're just freaked out by the Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird versions.
The 90s Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
keep breaking the fourth wall, and the 2000s ones are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, who are you talking to? There's literally a scene where the Raphael looks into the camera and says something, and then it cuts to the other Raphael being like, dude, who are you talking to? Yeah, and then
That was really
the Eastman
good.
ones show up, and they're just like, shut up,
Yeah.
bitch.
Oh man. Yeah, I want
What
to
a
see that,
good
but
idea.
Batman.
Yeah,
Um,
do some Batman shit. I want them to make a Batman 66 movie.
Yeah, why not?
I really
Like a new one.
I wanted the Flashpoint movie to happen, and I'm bummed it didn't.
I think it may still
I think
happen.
They torpedoed it.
Did they?
Because to the idea of having Jeffrey Dean Morgan as an old angry Batman is awesome.
Oh, the Thomas Wayne Batman?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Like, that would have been, and they had set that up. Like, they literally chose Jeffrey Dean Morgan because they needed a guy that they could bulk up real good to be Batman.
To be Batman, yeah. I hope they still do that. Because that was going to be the Flash's standalone
that
movie. It was
would have been
Flashpoint.
great.
And that's why he shows up in Batman v Superman because that's the Flashpoint thing.
Oh.
He's using the treadmill.
Oh, right. And that. Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's supposed
They never pay that off.
They
want to, but
yeah.
The theory of that, too, is that the Flashpoint movie was supposed to reset the DC EU being so dark to a more... They were hoping to, like, sort of undo the Snyderverse aspect.
That's
Right.
funny because Flashpoint is so fucking dark.
Well, yeah. You have that... It's always darkest before the dawn.
man.
Did you also notice during Justice League that they changed the costume of Superman?
Yes.
Make him blue. His costume's brighter.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Everybody
they just changed.
Everybody has more color in that
I
film.
thought that was just. I thought that was just what's his name? Not Zack Snyder, the other one. Joss Whedon going in and post and being like, "Let's up the saturation."
Well, yeah, but
because there was shots that you saw in the trailer that were darker, and then you watch it in Justice League, and they clearly like made it take place during the day instead of night.
Well,
and
the costume being brighter is a clear artistic choice.
Yeah.
What's next?
Tony Hawk is producing a skateboarding comedy.
He's right over the Joaquin thing just to talk about Justice League.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever.
fine. Who gives a shit?
Todd Phillips, the director of Old School, will be doing the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
That's better than I was thinking. Like, oh, is this going to be an Adam Sandler thing?
No, it's Todd Phillips.
I'm going to see these DC movies.
Sure.
I'm still going to see them. I don't care if they're bad. I saw Justice League. I gave them my money. I knew it was probably going to be bad.
I've said this a few times. I don't know why. I haven't liked any of the Justice League or the DC movies. I enjoyed Justice League. I maybe that's this little shot of Joss Whedon in there or something, but I watched it the other day and I was like, I'm entertained. Like,
yeah, I just watched it for the first time yesterday. I liked it fine.
It's entertaining. I enjoyed it. I don't know.
I enjoyed
it felt like a cartoon.
the
and
first
I like
two
that.
acts of Wonder Woman.
I like Wonder
I
Woman.
enjoyed
Sorry,
Wonder Woman.
I like Wonder Woman.
Really, the only DC movie I'm not wild about is Man of Steel. I feel like Man of Steel is a little boring.
Really?
Batman vs Superman is terrible to me.
Yeah,
I didn't
think
mind Batman
I
vs.
think
Superman.
Batman vs Superman I thought was like a broken film.
To be a bad movie and to be up your own ass the whole time during it is like, that's pretty rough. I actually, we've had this conversation. I enjoy Suicide Squad because it's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
It is dumb as fuck.
But it knows it's dumb as fuck. It never once tries not to be dumb as fuck.
It is dumb as fuck.
All right, but let's get back into the thing
get back
everybody
to
wants
brass
to
tacks,
everybody
gentlemen.
wants to talk about here, which is Tony Hawk's skateboarding movie called Back to the Grind.
I like it.
Good title.
Yeah,
Good title.
Back to the Grind
Is
is
he
about
gonna
a
be
bunch
in
of
it?
old skateboarders who want to go back. Either he's going to be in it or he's going to be like the stunt double, right?
I assume so, yeah.
I don't know.
He would be in it. He's acted enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's
he's
probably taken lessons.
Gleaming the Cube.
yeah.
That Disney...
Wait, he was in Gleaming the Cube?
Yeah, he is. He's a skateboarding pizza delivery driver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got what it takes.
Yeah.
I feel like he's made a few cameos.
He's got the stuff. You've got
For this
what
film,
it
like,
takes.
yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
Got the touch.
You got the touch. You're going to
Um,
Stan Bush's way through that movie. Sure, I don't mind that. Particularly if they get a bunch of the old skateboarders that he's
Yeah,
like
why not?
Rodney Mullen
I
and
think a lot of the
people
old
he used to hang out
CGI
with.
guys might show up too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that would be fun.
Sure. Just make a
As long
skate
as
movie.
it's
Who
not
gives a
that-
shit? As long as it's not Action Point.
Yeah.
That abysmal film.
We are
Is it
two of the
It is-
nine people that
It
saw
is
that
very
movie.
bad.
Back to the Grime? It sounds like a 90s film, and I'm
Sure.
wondering if it's going to have like a 90s sports thing where it has like montages of them skateboarding.
I hope so.
Like
With
it's going
90s
to treat
songs.
skateboarding like it's like this really impressive thing
Just-
that people
well,
are
it-
still.
It seems like it's going to be a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
sure. You don't think skateboarding's impressive?
It's
At-
impressive,
At
but
Tony
it's not.
Hawk's level?
It's not impressive in a way that a movie can like halt the movie to show us skateboarding.
Not
You know
like,
what I mean?
Not like volleyball and Top Gun.
It's like it's like if an action movie did a skydiving scene now, that's just them skydiving.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Impossible.
yeah, we've all seen skydiving. But he's like
Oh, he's fighting.
actually skydiving, and he's skydiving from like really high up, and that raises the stake. If it's just like a stuntman like filling in for Arnold Schwarzenegger skydiving. It's just like, okay, well that's
It's an Eraser reference, isn't it?
yeah, but Eraser was back, I think, when skydiving was still impressive, right? Does this make sense?
Sure. No. I mean,
but no.
I don't know.
I think it could be. I have a feeling it's going to be. It would be less skating montages and more the montages of them probably eating shit and doing.
That would be
like,
great.
like, how is Spike Jonze not directly involved with this movie?
He probably will be.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those things where you're like, Spike Jonze is going to be a part of this, right?
I would assume so,
Probably.
yeah.
It seems like it could be fun because Tony Hawk has never not had a sense of humor about what he does.
That's very true, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like skateboarders, I think of all athletes, skateboarders probably have the best sense of humor about what they do.
Yeah,
Because
for
they've
sure.
been funny while they're doing their sport. Their
Well,
sport is so underground.
Skateboarding is like
Or was.
parkour, where it's fun when they succeed and when they fail.
Yeah.
It's just fun to watch in general.
And it's illegal in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get fat security guards chasing people down, and that's funny to me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's one of the hidden characters in Tony Hawk.
So speaking of
A
things,
fat security guard.
and
a fat,
Spider-Man.
A fat cop. And Spider-Man, yeah, in Tony Hawk too.
oh, yeah. Speaking of things that is old,
Things that is old.
things that is old. This Sacha Baron Cohen, Joe Walsh, Sarah
Doing
Palin,
the Italian
Showtime
chef
dude.
finger kissing
This is
emoji.
pretty
Chef
fucking
Pizza chef
impressive.
emoji.
He's managed to trick Dick Cheney, Joe Walsh, and Sarah Palin into talking to him.
And
so
they're
far.
so mad
They're
about
so
it
mad.
that they're trying to find a way to prosecute him for
right.
it.
They're so mad in a way that it feels like they're like in on it, helping promote it.
That's what I was
'Cause
thinking.
it's just
too.
like-
you didn't have to reveal this.
Yeah,
Now you're just pumping up the show. Now people want to see it more.
yeah. I'm very excited.
This
Yeah.
is going to be an amazing show.
Sure.
I mean, has he done a bad show?
A bad show?
He's done bad movies.
I don't think so. I don't think he's done a bad show.
Also, the
I mean, I think this is the first time where, like, because Borat's a funny movie. I came to it a little late, so like I was already sick of the
My
dialogue.
life.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times where I felt like, oh, these people don't deserve this. These people, on the
Deserve
other hand,
this shit.
deserve this.
Worse.
And so
Yeah.
it's great to see him actually go after people. Who
Well, he goes in
deserve
as, and somebody pointed out on Twitter the other day that in Borat, he goes into like a Confederate history museum, breaks a bunch of shit, and then tries to pay with his pubes.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's punching up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But like, there's still moments in Borat, like that village got all mad that he.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, there's-
the nation that he claims to be from was not happy.
Yeah.
Kazakhstan,
Kazakhstan. Yeah, they're like we're not
And, like, the-
animal rapists that
Yeah.
lock our wives in cages.
And I know the
we
place.
are anti-Semitic though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's this has got to be satisfying, right? to
Oh
watch.
sure, yeah.
I really
Fuck
hope.
all of these people.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck them all. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
You know
I'm
what?
gl- I'm-
man? Fuck them.
Apparently, part of the
I'm
Sarah
glad
Palin
they
thing
felt
is he said
stupid.
that the producers or something dropped her off at the wrong airport after.
She missed
so
her
she
flight,
missed her
yeah,
flight.
on purpose.
Yeah, so like, like they're just like, yeah, fuck you. That's pretty amazing. So I think this is going to be the final piece of news because
Okay.
the last one doesn't matter. Indiana Jones 5 pushed to 2021.
It's fine.
Just
Sure.
waiting for Harrison
Waiting
Ford
for
to
him
get
to
older
die.
and older.
Yeah, he's gonna be really old in this new one.
Sure.
Is this like a game of chicken? Do you think? What if the producers don't want to do this and Harrison Ford's the only one who's just like, I'm doing it, and they're just hoping he'll crash a plane or
Get
something?
in here! I'm gonna do this
Yeah.
film.
Get off my crash.
Get off my helicopter.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, why not?
Sure.
I want a movie of him in the 60s now.
Yeah, he's just basically Sean Connery for these.
Yeah.
like
I mean, they did that already.
yeah, I know, and they're gonna do it. I don't know if they're gonna do it again because they're not
They
gonna have
probably
Shia
won't. They
LaBeouf
probably
back.
won't bring back LaBeef.
Yeah, which is a shame.
They probably won't bring LaBeef.
Turns out he's an asshole.
Yeah.
On set. I found out.
Oh, that's a shame.
I was told through a first-hand experience that he was a dick.
I mean,
Isn't that a bummer? Because I'm very pro Shia.
well, Shia is one of those. It's like he started as a dick and then had that redemption, sort of his apology stuff and the weird bag stuff, and then he got me when he did the thing where he sat and watched all his movies, because it was like, yeah, you watch your movies, Shia, like that's what you deserve.
Well, then you sit down
and then he
watch the Shia's movies, and you're like, well, a lot of these are bad.
and then you watch him watching his movies. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because like him going through the Transformers, he's sitting there like, oh god. But then him watching Holes, he was like smiling and really
Holes
into it.
is a wonderful film.
Yeah.
Greatest game ever played is a wonderful
Yeah.
game as well.
So like,
About golf.
and then-
I
Turn
forgot,
of the century.
forgot about that goddamn
and then
movie.
that Shia LaBeouf music video, like there was some stuff where it's like,
the Rob
Cantor,
Cantor?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
where it's like, okay, maybe he's cool, and then it's like, newsflash, he's an asshole, and I feel like I'm just going back to the first assumption,
Yeah.
and that's a shame.
Ah, well,
It's a real roller coaster.
come on, Shia, get it together.
Yeah,
We're all rooting for
You're
you.
rich.
yeah.
Yeah, you're rich, man. Us, presumably. You can't make 3 Transformers pictures and not be rich.
Well, yeah.
No, he's rich.
I feel
good.
like,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Like,
I feel
for a
like
second
Michael
there, I
Bay
was
is the
worried
kind of
about
director
Shia.
who would like just fire actors for asking for more money.
not Shia.
Not Shia. He did kill him off.
But you replaced him with Mark Wahlberg, so you're not trying to
That's true.
save
Did
money.
he kill him? When did they say he's dead?
I heard that it's like in the newest one, which I watched recently. There's like it's like a really quick shot of him or something. It's like a picture of him, and something acknowledges that he died.
Sam,
Yeah,
push the cube.
Push the cube into
fucking
my
Anthony Hopkins is the best part of the new one.
Of course
he is.
Because it's-
Kelsey Grammer was in the 4th one for like
Yeah.
a paycheck.
Anthony Hopkins is amazing because he knows exactly what he's in, and he's
Yeah, he
just
does. This
he's
is not
just
the first
having
of this type.
yeah he's just
done.
having a blast. He gets to shoot at robots, and he has like weird comedy bits. I think he calls someone bitch at one point.
Yeah, it's a Transformers movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody calls someone a bitch.
That's true. All right. Well, should we close it out with movies
Yeah, we
that
should.
deserve more hype?
Yeah, Dave.
This
tell
one
us.
I just found.
Tell us, Dave.
It's called Reuben Brandt Collector. It is an animated film.
Yeah,
Not for kids.
animated in a very
Strange, man.
style.
It's animated in the style of famous works of arts. At least at times. It's
Yeah.
about a man who has nightmares themed in his famous works of art. And he becomes convinced that the way to stop his nightmares is to steal the paintings and I think sculptures, and so he becomes an infamous art thief.
Mhm.
And so you see these nightmares, and they're in the style
They're in
Picasso
the
and
style
shit
of the,
like
whatever
that.
painting he's obsessed with at the time.
It looks really neat. The director hasn't done it much else. He's not from here.
Yeah, it's not an American
No,
film.
that looks like a Czech movie.
Yeah,
Like
This movie
Eastern
looks
Europe.
like it's
Yeah.
Eastern European hard.
This is Iron Curtain as fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks like old Soviet propaganda cartoons for kids.
Yeah, it looks like a children's cartoon. It is not a children's cartoon, but
I
it looks like an old Soviet one.
Watch the trailer for this, and I'm like, the whole time I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You stopped watching emphatically halfway
just
through.
like, this-
We got to
I
like
can't-
the minute,
I couldn't.
and Jeff just looks away. He's like, "Well, I got business to do."
I can't deal with this right now. My brain
Yeah.
can't process what I'm seeing. It's like a magic eye, but it's moving while you're trying to figure it out.
Right.
It reminds me of the Triplets of Belleville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it reminds me a little of Loving Vincent, which not many people have seen. I still haven't seen. It's the Vincent Van Gogh biopic that's animated completely in the style of his art.
See, it feels it's on. This is what Triplets of Belleville is the same way because that was it made a big splash for being in this
Yeah.
interesting art style, but it was a silent film too, right?
Yeah, and
So
it was.
Jesus.
It's a
So-
good movie.
So it's like again, this on paper, this is a very interesting creative experiment you're doing. I feel like it would be exhausting to watch a lot of these movies.
I don't know. The Triplets I thought was really charming because Triplets is a little more kid friendly.
Yeah.
And then I just watched recently. What's it called? The Red Turtle. Is that the one?
Yeah.
And that's also a completely
the asshole
silent
turtle.
film. Yeah, it's about a real dickhead turtle. I don't think that was the message I was supposed to get out of it.
Yeah, but that turtle's an asshole.
The turtle's a real prick. It's about a man stranded on an island, and and it's completely silent. And he's trying to get off of the island, and I kind of want to spoil it. Can I spoil the Red Turtle?
I ain't watching it. Fine. Go
It's
for it.
he like tries to get off, and then this dickhead turtle like knocks him off of his raft, and then like the turtle, and then he's on the island, and he's like starving, and a lady comes out of the water, and like he like they totally bone, and they have a kid and they grow old together on this island. At one point there's like a big tsunami that crashes and then I forget exactly how it happens. I think he just grows old and dies. And when he dies, the lady turns back to the turtle and goes back into the water. And it's like, you fucking turtle. Like, he crashed him off his raft so the turtle could fuck this guy.
Fucking turtle.
You rapist ass.
Yeah,
turtle.
it's fucking weird. It's a weird film, but it was a really entertaining film.
So, this movie...
But yeah, this movie feels this... Yeah,
It was like a
similar.
turtle fucker movie.
Like a real
It's
turtle fucker.
one of them turtle fucker
Second
movies.
No, I feel like
forever.
this movie feels less exhausting to me than a Vincent Van Gogh biopic animated in the art style of Vincent Van Gogh.
Right.
Like, this feels at least like it could be...
Well, it has a narrative.
Yeah, it's a
Or-
heist movie. Like, he's stealing. There's like surrealist parts where he's like having his nightmares and shit. But it's also about a guy that's stealing paintings and people coming after him because
Yeah.
he's fucking stealing really valuable paintings.
Yeah, there's like an Ocean's 11 aspect
Yeah.
to this.
Crown affair.
Yeah.
Very Thomas Crown. Yeah,
Yeah, there's. I think in the plot there's like a detective going after him. And
yeah.
stuff
There's
like
definitely somebody shooting at him from a
painting.
They all have like art names. I'm Detective Picasso.
I'm
This is Detective Monet.
I'm detective. That one painting with the melting clocks by that guy. It's like, it's Dolly, man. Yeah. Do that.
It's literally Dolly with his mustache.
It's wearing like a deep sea diving costume.
Yeah, just like being a fucking dick.
This looks weird. I'm not gonna see it.
that. Fair enough.
Sure,
I'll watch it.
It seems like I would have to invest a lot of energy to watching.
I like weird.
Yeah,
But the hard thing about weird, like for example, I haven't seen the Van Gogh one, and it's available. It's just you have to be in just the right mindset. I think mushrooms.
Mushrooms is the mindset.
Yeah. Or you just have to. Yeah. I used to when I was young, when I was in high school. I think when you're younger, you have more endurance for this shit.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
when I was in high school, I would go. We had this like really pretentious video store, and they had a cult section. I'd go down there and I'd grab something at random, and I would get so high and just watch this like shitty VHS cult film that were like some of them like felt like snuff films. Like they would be like
Some
awful
of them
and
probably
creepy.
were
Yeah,
snuff
and
films.
just get high and be like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was like so fun. And as an adult, it's like I don't have time to
Yeah,
do
it just-
something like
I
that.
can't waste time like that anymore.
Yeah,
I'm in my 30s.
It's like I
I'm not
remember.
gonna watch Begotten.
I remember watching 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the first time. And you know how it opens with the camera sound and the flashes?
Yeah,
You hear that?
yeah.
I always picture every cult movie as having that scene in the beginning of it every time.
Yeah,
That like sound of a Polaroid being printed
Right.
out or whatever.
perfect.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a show.
that is a show.
That's a show.
That's a show.
Jeff, do you have anything to plug? What do you
Hey,
want to plug?
you can find me on the internet, and then I plug all sorts of things there. I've got many projects coming down the line.
So many projects.
So many projects.
So many
That
projects.
to name them all, I could have done it already. Go watch Demon Knight. That's good. Billy Zane,
Yeah.
best role of all time.
Where can we find you online?
DemonKnight.com. No,
Right.
at Hey There Jeffro, HeyThereJeffro on Twitter and Instagram. Don't find me on Facebook. Leave me alone. That's for my parents.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Well, thanks you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody.
Guess we'll check out our Patreon.
Subscribe to that shit.
Subscribe to that shit.
Listen to Tom and Jeff watch Batman.
Listen to me and Jeff watch Batman.
Yeah, exclusive
And some
to our
other-
Patreon.
Some other white hot exclusives coming down the pipe.
Giving shit away.
We will be giving shit away. That's true.
Oh, you're giving shit away?
We will. Yeah, we have shit to give away on future episodes of Tom and Jeff watch Batman.
Subscribers, if you subscribe, you can win free shit.
You get
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, we got some. we
We got some cool.
got some stuff.
We got some cool Batman swag.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Comic-Con next week, so I'll probably pick up some more.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we should just start doing that. All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, Corlew, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info. Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.